Hello guys, welcome back once again. I am here again with another video. Today I'm just here to talk about Europe, talking about migration in Africa, or migration that is going on in the world or in the European countries. We can see all this migration issue is concerning about Africans. If anybody don't know why they are fighting about illegal migration, you should know. It is not concerning only about other European countries traveling to other European countries illegally, but this mainly is purposely meant for the Africans.
They will not stop coming here until the world knows that if you enter Britain illegally, you will be detained and swiftly removed. Moved back to your country if it's safe, or to a safe country, a safe third country like Rwanda. And that is precisely what this bill will do.
So I just want to remind the Europeans that they first started illegal migration in Africa. They first started traveling to Africa illegally, doing things illegally in Africa. Did they forget about that? Especially England and other European countries that went and colonized Africa.
Mr. Speaker, this bill enables detention of illegal arrivals without bail or judicial review within the first 28 days of detention until they can be removed. It puts a duty on the Home Secretary to remove illegal entrants and will radically narrow the number of challenges and appeals that can suspend removal. Only those under 18, medically unfit to fly, or at a real risk of serious and irreversible harm, an exceedingly high bar in the country we are removing them to, will be able to delay their removal. Any other claims will be heard remotely after removal.
The way they want it. They use all powers, they use all means to colonize Africa, to take, to rob, fight, kill, and steal many of our natural resources in Africa. Let me put this into your heads. So this is it. Before the coming of Europeans to Africa, Africa was having a very vibrant economic, social, and political structure. These were all intact in Africa before. But since they came in there, they tried to disrupt this by creating wealth for themselves. European dominance over most of Africa through the transatlantic slave trade, which lasted for 440 years, from 1444 to 1885. And these people are here talking about illegal migration.
Makes it clear that if you come here illegally, you will be detained and swiftly removed.
Forgetting what their forefathers did before. We just travel to come to the continent without killing, without doing anything, just to come to the continent. And for them, they went to Africa to loot, fight, kill, steal, and also bribe and spoil treaties that and agreements they have with our forefathers. Looted everything to enrich themselves, to develop their countries. And here they are talking about illegal migration. For 150 years after 1807, Europeans tried to control Africa and its wealth. So they forget all these histories. They are trying to manipulate, they are trying to play politics.
The Home Secretary says the public are sick of tough talk and inadequate action. Does he agree with her assessment of this government's record?
Illegal migration, while their forefathers were the first people to start all this trouble. Their forefathers created this. They traveled through the sea, land, just to reach African continent, just to take our minerals, our everything that we have, to transport them to Europe. Are they forgetting the way they went to Africa, bribed and betrayed our forefathers, chiefs, kings in Africa, just to enrich themselves through this Mediterranean Sea? And at the same time, they enslave our people to transport them to European countries and America for slavery, to develop their own country. They use these strategies all to destroy us Africans, to develop themselves. They bring in system in Africa which is not helping African, it's just destroying Africa. Why can't we wake up? But let them know that this illegal migration, they will be just fighting it and they cannot stop it. because they are the first people to start this illegal migration.
Votes is not just my priority, it is the people's priority. But his position on this is clear. He wanted to, in his words, scrap the Rwanda deal. He voted against measures to deport foreign criminals, Mr. Speaker, and he even argued against deportation flights. Well, and we know why, because on this matter, he talked about his legal background. He's just another lefty lawyer standing in our way.
Mr. Speaker, all that nonsense because he doesn't want to answer the question. Because he knows what the answer is. The number is 21. I thought he was a man of detail. 21 people out of the 18,000. And what happens to the rest? They sit in hotels and digs for months on end at the taxpayers' expense. Last year, he promised to end the hotel farce. That's the talk. But because of his mess, there are thousands of people who can't claim asylum and can't be returned. So where does he actually think they're going to end up?
They started this illegal migration, so it cannot be stopped. They will be keeping on amending their laws and also other structures to stop illegal migration. But it cannot stop because their people started this illegal migration. They travel to our continent illegally, rob us, kill us, steal from us, and also export our people to Europe to work for them by force without any payment. And here today, you people are talking about illegal migration. You have to think. You think people are sleeping? Us, we came here not to steal, not to kill or do anything. We are against, even us ourselves, we are against people who do kill other people. But when we reach here, we came here for something. So you people are there talking about every day, each and every day illegal migration. They came in this, they came in that, they came in these numbers. How many of your people enter Africa just to loot from us? You need to thank God. Today you are seeing your continent or your countries being developed thanks to Africans. This is the fact you don't want to hear. Thanks to Africans that your countries are developed today. If not for Africans, none of this country will be like how they are, because you use our forefathers to develop, to work, build, and create many things for you people in this continent. And still now, today, you are still using some system to loot and to steal from Africa. You are not even ashamed to sit in your parliament talking about Africa coming to Europe illegally. What's wrong with you people? You think we are not wise? You think we don't know nothing? Come on.
Other countries share our dilemma and will understand the justice of our position. Our approach is robust and novel, which is why we can't make a definitive statement of compatibility under Section 19(1)(b) of the Human Rights Act. Of course, the UK will always seek to uphold international law, and I am confident that this bill is compatible with international obligations.
Mr. Speaker, he talks about the pressure on our asylum system. Right? So we've actually got a clear plan to stop people coming here in the first place. Mr. Speaker, Labour have absolutely no plan on this issue because they simply don't want to tackle the problem. We introduced tougher sentences for people smugglers. They opposed it. We signed a deal with Rwanda. They opposed it. We are deporting foreign offenders as we speak. They oppose it.
You need to know that things pass. Those time has passed. We are in this generation. Thank you so much. Till another time.